Omo no be small tin o. Nigerian army don come outside come review how dey take rescue all those children wey be say dem gbab and those school teachers wey be say dem dey inside forest for many days before dem come rescue dem. Just lis ten to wetin dis general talk. Wetin he talk for dis particular video shock me. Just lis ten to wetin he talk.
They want to just put on record that on 15th of May 2026, it was indeed a sad day for us and of course the whole people of Oyo State. It was sometime around 10:00 hours. We were conducting an event in the barracks, and I was called that something like that had happened. So we had to move in from all the troops that are close by to that area, and I and my team, we had to move from the barracks, and we drive with all the speed we could to get to those locations, and unfortunately they have gone deep into the forest. But we had to organize a search team immediately. We went in with some of the hunters, local vigilantes and Omoteku. But nothing positive happened that day. The following day we continued, and because of the nature of the forest, how thick it is, we had drone teams, we have Nigerian Air Force following up. But in some of those areas, you can't even, if you are under that place, you can't see the rays of sunlight from those places. And the Air Force flew, they couldn't see anything. The drone team also flew. We didn't get anything from those things, and that was how we insisted on ground operation. It has to be ground, how to go deep into the forest. And it's during one of these operations that we lost the officer and the soldier that particular day, and some other ones wounded. One of them is actually serious because he has a broken hand due to gunshot wound. The operation continued, and we had to involve a lot of agents. I had to take over the whole operation completely from the garrison commander, because we had to now bring in troops and forces from different places providing intelligence, and I had to coordinate all these teams together. Let me just mention that we have teams from the special unit of the Office of the National Security. We have this National Counter-Terrorism Unit, the tactical team were there with us. We have Defense Headquarters Special Forces team. That particular team comprises of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, DSS, Civil Defense, National Intelligence Agency, and some other security agencies. They made up that Special Forces team. They came in large number with their main equipment and everything. And we have the Nigerian Police. Apart from those ones in those Special Forces, we have them. We take from Oyo State, DSS from Oyo. We have Nigerian Air Force in Oyo. And specifically from the Air Force, we had a special team from Kainji. That is where they have that tactical operations group with all their fighter aircraft. National intelligence agencies were part of it. We have troops from the Operation Savannah Shield in Kwara. We had to bring them in to do a kind of blocking force from that northern side of the state. And of course, other security agencies, we have the local vigilante, like His Excellency said, we lost a few of those hunters too, Amoteku, and the rest of the others. And by the grace of God, on the 10th of July, we successfully rescued the 44 of them. Like she has mentioned, we lost 2 of the teachers while in captivity. And of course, the reason for it, she mentioned, but I've always said that we will never yield to terrorist requests. We will not, and we will never do that. So the operation is a complex one. It lasted for more than a month, and it focused mainly on the terrorist kingpins that masterminded the crime. We focused on also dismantling their network and cutting off their logistics. And the informants within Ode Park and the country. We had to go start looking for other members of the team and even members of their family outside of Oyo, Adamawa, Kano, different to get part of them. It was also what put further pressure on them, and we blocked. At the last phase of the operation that we had was blocking their major logistic hub, a town called Ashamu, to block the place, and it finally put pressure on them, and it was now they willing to release unconditionally. But we are not giving up on that. We say no, it's not about releasing. We must see to the end of the terrorists operating in that particular region, and of course, indeed, the whole part of the country. And to the glory of God, we have them here. And of course, like His Excellency said, we suffered casualties from the military. And unfortunately, the day we buried the officer, that morning we buried the officer, it was that finally rescued him. The officer was buried in Adamawa State. So we salute their ultimate, the sacrifice they paid, and their bravery will indeed never be forgotten. Today, we thank God we are here to hand over the principal, teachers, and the pupils from the schools in Oriri.
The army they tried to rescue them. But the rate of insecurity for the country, President Tinubu really need to do something about that. Because this thing don't they turn to another level. Imagine they go inside school, go grab little children. Some of them 7 and 6 years, some of them are 5 years. Come grab them. The children can't dey forest more than 50-something days before they rescue them. So President Tinubu really need to do something about this insecurity. This thing is getting out of hand. They never took it now. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, I yesterday they sick by some Christian for just. This thing is getting out of hand. And the next day, what we go hear, we go hear saying now no government na by there. President Tinubu really need to do something. This insecurity is getting out of hand. Some people they would japa because of the insecurity matter. This thing is getting out of hand. And President Tinubu not they do enough to stop this insecurity within this country. People they cry on a daily basis. People they cry on a daily basis.